Hi everyone, I am here with another video and this is on next greater element in the array. So I am going to make a series of videos on important array problems. As part of that, firstly I am going to consider this problem, next greater element in the array. So the problem statement goes like this. Next greater element of an element is the first largest element which is placed on the right side of the current element. If no such element is there, the next greater element is to be assumed as -1. Let us try to understand this with the help of one example. For example, the given array is 5, 9, 6, 0, 1, 3. It contains 6 elements. The first element is 5, and what is the next greater element? Next greater element is to be searched in the right part of the array. 9, 6, 0, 1, 3. So what is the first largest element or first greater element which comes on the right side of 5? Nothing but 9. So this 5 is to be replaced with 9. Next, in next iteration or next step, we will consider 9. What is the next largest element to 9? So where we need to search? On the right side of 9. So 6, 0, 1, 3. Is there any greater element than 9? No. So in such cases, this is to be considered as -1. Okay. Next, 6. What is the next greater element to 6? Where we need to search? On the right side of 6. Is there any element available there? No. So this is -1. Next, we consider 0. Is there any greater element where we need to search? The right side elements are 1, 3. What is the immediate or next greater element to 0? That is 1. Next, we will consider 1. What is the next greater element to 1? Nothing but 3. So that is given. Obviously, for the last element, it will be -1. Why? Because there will be no further elements. For last element, it is -1. So the next greater element for 5 is 9. For 9, it is -1. For 6, it is -1. For 0, it is 1. For 1, it is 3. For 3, it is -1. So what is the output we have to produce? An array of the same size which will contain the next greater element to each element of the given array. This is the output to be produced. Okay. So as we have understood this problem, let us try to attempt the solution. Let us try to write the solution. For this one, I will be writing a function in Python. So the function will be like next greater element, which will take two parameters. So what are those parameters? The array or list A and the element for which we have to find the next greater element. What this function has to return is, it has to return either the next greater element, let me call that as next greater, or it has to return -1 if such element is not there in the remaining part of the list. That is the nature of this function. Then in driver code, what we will do is, we will take this original list A and we will run a for loop on this one for I in A, and for each I we will find the next greater element. That means we will call this function. Then the return value will be added to some result. Result dot append. I am giving the rough idea here. We will write code immediately. Result dot append. Okay. Then finally print result. So this is our idea. let us write code for this. Okay, yeah. First I will be writing a function next greater element. So it will take the list as one parameter and the element as another parameter. Next, I will assume next greater to -1 initially. Then for I in A, if I, let me consider for element, if I use I, so most of the times we use I as loop variable, it may be adding confusion to the code. So let me take this as for element in A, if element is greater than X, then set next greater GREATR, set or assign this element to next greater. Then immediately break. We need not go further. Once you find the element which is nearer to X and greater than X, there ends the job. We can come out of the loop. Then finally return next greater. Okay. So this is the function. Now let us write driver code for this. We will read the input. How to read the input? Let me take this as A, capital A, equal to, I am using list comprehension to read the input, int I for I in input dot split. We are reading the array elements in a single line separated by spaces. That is the idea here. Then let me consider result equal to some empty list. Now we will run for loop on each and every element of A. For I in A, or else for element in A. For each and every element in A, we are going to find the next greater element, and that will be appended to this result. Result dot append. Let me call the function next greater element. You carefully observe what is that I am going to give as first parameter. Okay. So if I consider for element in A, I will not be able to find the position of that element. So instead it is better to take for I in range len of A. This is convenient here. Why? Because I need to have the remaining portion of the array from the current element. So NGE I plus 1 colon. So what is this one? A I plus 1 colon comma A of I. So how to interpret this statement? I am going to call next greater element function with the parameters a I plus 1 colon, this is list slicing, comma a of I. For example, if we are at 0th position, where we need to search for the next greater element from position 1 onwards. If we are at 5th position, from where we have to search for the next greater element from position 6 onwards. So that we are clearly specifying with the help of list slicing. Okay. So I is the A of I is the current element which is situated at ith position. So where we need to look for the next greater element from I plus 1 onwards. So that is the logic here. Then print result. Okay, let us run the code. Meanwhile, let us consider the same input 596013. 596013. Yeah, we got the output like 9 minus 1 minus 1 1 3 minus 1. Is it the same as the expected output? Let us just check. 9 minus 1 minus 1 1 3 minus 1. Perfect. So we got the exact output. Okay, so I hope you understood the code. So if you have understood the code, let me know in the comment section. If you like the video, please like it and share it with your friends. Thank you.